Alright, so in that last video, we talked about the class and the importance of making sure that whatever you call your class is exactly the same as whatever you name your file. Alright, case for case. It is case sensitive. We also talked about the main function or main method, and those words are interchangeable, function and method, and how it has to look exactly like this. And then, of course, don't forget your open and close curly brackets for your class and your function. All right, because it will not work. And I'm not going to go into that. If you want to check it, go ahead and delete one of them, run it, and see what it gives you. All right, so at the end of the last video, I said we were going to get into using variables. So the first thing you need to do is we need to go over and figure out what these variables are. So if you just go in and you type in Java variable types to any search engine, run a search, and it gives you all the primitives here. And I'm just going to go into this first one. So if you don't see this one up there, if you want to take down this website right here, and then just pop it in and we'll go there. Alright, so it gives you a list of stuff here, like your byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, boolean, and of course there's something called a string, which if you scroll down here a little bit, that's the first one that we're going to be doing. Okay, and it kind of shows you exactly how to do it here. So we're going to go back over here because that's what we're working with. These are called strings, and we're going to create some string variables for them. So if you go back over here, it tells you you're going to type in string with a capital S, once again, case sensitive. And then you're going to give it a name. Now this says S2 here. You can give it any name that you want. And then it's going to set it equal to, and then of course in quotation marks, you're going to type in what you want to put in there. And then at the end of the line, you're going to put a semicolon. Very important, if I haven't already stressed this, semicolon at the end of a command line to let you know that that's the end of the command line. Alright, so let me go ahead and type in a few string variables here. Alright, so I have a couple of string variables in here. And I've named mine GC1, and that's for grandchild 1, and then of course GC2. And these are certain ways that you can do them. So you can declare what they are right off the bat by setting the equal sign. So you say string GC1 equals cherish. So I can use GC1 down here and get rid of cherish. And then here I went ahead and created string GC2, and then I can use it later in my code if I want. And then I just set GC2 equal to Selena. Alright, so now what I want to do is figure out how to pop it in here. So if we go back over here, you can see that they have these plus signs down here. If you go down just a little bit farther, of course they're using a number in here. But if you do string s equals, and then you go I have plus num, or the variable, plus, and then you can use string. So let's go ahead and do that over here. So what I want to do is I want to get rid of cherish. So let me go ahead and get rid of cherish. Now somewhere in here we got to do a plus sign. So what I want to do is go ahead and close that string by putting a couple of quotation marks in there. All right, and then we're going to go plus, and then we're going to go GC1, and then of course another plus sign. And now what we have is we have hello with a space, plus GC1, which will be cherish, plus, and then got the comma with the space. And so if I print this out, it should look exactly the same as that right there. So let me go ahead and print it by running it. And as you can see, nothing's really changed. All right, so I can do the same thing here. So go ahead and try that. Go ahead and pause the video, and when you come back, we'll run it. See if we come up with the same thing. Alright, so I went ahead and changed mine to add the GC2 in there. And once again, it shouldn't change at all as long as you didn't take any of the spaces out. So when I run this now, it should look exactly the same as before, and it does. Alright, so that's kind of how you use variables. We'll get into using some number variables in the next video, but go ahead and practice with this. Try some different things. Like you could say, like do a string H and take the hello out if you wanted to. And then you would have like your H plus, and then of course you would have to do a string and put a space in there. Otherwise you wouldn't get the space. But go ahead and give that a try, and we'll pick it up in the next video, and we'll see what you come up with. So once again, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video, and we'll get into some numbers where we'll do some adding and stuff.